So we have cause to celebrate. Our first reaction to the band Ningen Isu from Japan has just surpassed 20,000 views.
Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, they were good. I like them.
Oh, yeah. No, that song, Heartless Scat, is the one we reacted to before. I play it every now and then because it's just that good. But surprisingly, we did that one a while ago, and we haven't revisited Ningen Isu. And we've gotten a lot of comments, a lot of people requesting more Ningen Isu, more Ningen Isu.
Yeah, there seems to be a huge response with that one. Same as Bandmade. Those two, and they come from similar territories.
Yeah,
same place.
exactly.
And it's just an amazing, unbelievable trend. It's just some billionaire in Japan has bought the algorithm, the special algorithm that they can inject. And it's seriously, it's unbelievable, because if you look at the second highest trend, it's like they got 100 million views. The second one is 3 million.
Yeah.
It's no in between. It's bizarre.
Yeah. Well, but they merit it because they're awesome.
I like it better. I like them both. I'm impressed with me too. But these guys, Ningen Isu, is very cool. They got something going on.
Oh, totally. They're a power trio, really, from Japan. And this song is one of their more popular ones, I guess, just based on the number of views. It's got over 2 million views.
Right?
Yeah. So this one's called The Color Out of Space. So we'll listen to The Color Out of Space by Ningen Isu right after this. All right, I'm excited for more Ningen Isu. Here we go. The Color Out of Space.
Last time I ordered Ningen Isu, it was a little dry. It's great. That's a mind fucking.
Oh my God. So, okay. One thing I love is all the different parts. It's not a standard song, the way they put it together. There's
You
just all these.
think?
Oh, but it's great. I mean, I love the licks, the riffs that they do. They're very tight. The bassist just cracks me up. The faces he makes in the video.
You have to understand how far different we are culture wise. That it just appears bizarre. I mean, I'm convinced that the bass player is from a land far, far away. Like the question, do they live amongst us? He's one of those, like, he's on another place, a monster.
One of our viewers actually mentioned that the three of them are actually characters. The guitarist is dressed like, I think he said a literary scholar, a traditional literary scholar from Japan. The bassist is a monk, a Tibetan monk or something like that. And then the drummer is actually dressed like a member of the Yakuza crime syndicate.
It was kind of hippie-ish, I thought. Okay.
No. It's like the Yakuza is the like the Japanese mafia, basically.
Right.
And I think that's
which we have absolutely no problem with. We're very pro.
But they're characters that they play. They dress like those characters, and then their lyrics, from what I've read, are just usually pretty deep, a lot more meaningful than.
I was just gonna say that these guys, yes, but these guys go deep when they're playing. They go deep.
Yeah,
they are into what they are playing.
Yeah, and which makes me into it. No, I mean you can tell that there's a passion behind what they're doing. And the songwriting is it's not standard songwriting. It's very, I don't know how to even put it. It's very cool because it keeps you guessing. When I listened back to Heartless Scat, the first song by them that we reacted to, I love it because, especially when I watch other people react to it now that I know the song, because it always feels like, oh, well, that's got to be the end of the song. Then no, there's a whole other part that starts again. And it's different than everything else. And then you're like, oh, well, that's the end of the song. Well, no, now there's this other part. It just keeps you on your toes. I love that.
I'd be interested to see if in their eyes, are they trying to show what great songs they have? Mm-hmm. Or is it just an overall thing that they're playing this monstrous type music with this cool background? And he's wearing the white paint. Yeah. And, there's a thing they're delivering that's visual, not just music. So I wonder how important the actual song is. If it's that, then I put it in the category of that really cool, but nothing that I would put on. That's the category myself.
Yeah.
Aside from this, but I enjoyed it. It was a very cool experience. So I was getting a cultural thing. I was getting a visual thing. I was getting a cool instrumentational thing. Yeah. But it was a package and not something as far as just music that I would go, hey, I'm going to go listen to that on my own.
Well, on first listen, since this is the very first time I've heard the song, I would have to say that I prefer Heartless Scat more than this one.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, if I could say that.
Yeah. Granted, this is just my first listen through, and sometimes that happens. You hear it a couple times and you're like, oh, I get it now. So, but I still dug this a lot. I still think this is very cool. I just felt the other one was maybe a little bit more melodic, maybe. But I just love watching them play. And I love seeing how passionate they are playing it, and how good they are. I mean, they're very tight.
Yeah.
So
part of it for me is what I'm getting on it from a cultural thing. It's like Bollywood. Mm-hmm. It's just, I'm just seeing something foreign that is just refreshing because I don't have to see the same old thing that we see most of the time.
Yeah.
So we always appreciated that,
Well, and it's refreshing. It's refreshing because it's so different, and it's different, but it still harkens back to rock, guitar rock, and even metal, and Black Sabbath comes to mind. That sort of vibe.
Yeah.
And I believe that, you know, they were heavily influenced by 70s metal and, you know, Black Sabbath and bands like that. Um, and
It's because we move even past the point where after the 80s and then the 90s that these guys started dying off in the States, and there were
Mhm.
other hits, and there's always that sort of,
Right.
it's a hit machine,
Yeah.
it's money, hit machine, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Right.
But then they all of a sudden get popular in Germany and Japan,
Right.
and they end up going there and having flourishing
Yeah.
for long because they appreciate the music more. And for a long term, we're just like, what's next? What's next? What's next?
We're
What's next?
just a consumer based society that just wants the next thing. And yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, because so this is very cool, but you know how long is it going to last? Here, now
Yeah. It's
they're
lasted for
probably because it's more,
decades. I mean, they've been around forever. So
but it's common music. It's very far from what common music is here. So they're going to get maybe some niche, but it's going to be a small,
well, but
window.
I think with, you know, platforms like YouTube and the internet in general, they're getting more and more popular now, because they are finding people like us, or people who appreciate music are starting to hear them more, just because communication is that much easier with YouTube and, you know, the internet in general. So it's opening up their audience to everyone around the world. And yeah, they might not get the same numbers in the US versus in Japan, but on a global scale, I think they're just blowing up. Now, I will admit that, I do listen to, Heartless Scat. That's on my playlist now. It's one of my favorite songs, my new favorite songs, and I can hear that over and over. This one, I'm not sure if it'll make it to my playlist. I'll have to listen to it again, and see what my second and third reaction, because it usually, you know, it could go either way. I could love it, and add it to my playlist, or I could be like, yeah, it's neat, but I don't want to hear it again every day. We'll just have to see, how that plays out. But I'm really excited to keep listening to more Ningen Isu, and I think I'm going to hold off because I want to have these reactions on the show. But I'm itching for more.
Listen, that's your playlist. I know your playlist is subpar for me. So if that's fine. The point is that we're bringing this out and we're showing, hey guys, this is out there, and a lot of you are gonna really love it.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
But I'm glad you're
And
enjoying. I do. God bless you. I love you, kid.
I feel bad for you because you don't enjoy
No, I
nearly
do
the amount of
enjoy it.
stuff that I do.
No, I really enjoy it. It's just not something I would put on, but it's.
But that's what I'm
really
saying.
glad.
I have since we started doing this show, my playlist has radically changed because now I've got new favorite bands. Church of the Cosmic Skull, they're now one of my favorite bands. I've listened to everything they've done now, and I just freaking love them. And it's all because we're exploring music.
Yeah, I wouldn't have found them. Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah, exactly.
No, all of this, I appreciate all of this stuff because it's always an experience. We're not wasting any time. This is enjoyable stuff.
Well, and I remember when we first started doing this, your whole premise was there's no more good music as of, I don't remember what time frame you said, but from this time frame on, you didn't like any new music. But I think
I think to this extent it's changed from that. Yeah, I think there's definitely, but that was the angle we were playing anyways, right? Because that is true. That I'm definitely somebody that have to be convinced that there's anything that can compare to 60s, 70s, and 80s for me.
Yeah.
So, and that's really the three genres that you're gonna have to be competing with.
Yeah, I've already decided and proved it to myself that yes, there is stuff that I think is even better than 70s and 80s and stuff from the past.
So, well, that's amazing. And I'm happy for you for that. For me, I haven't got to that point, but I can say that it's gone from being that skeptical to there's some that definitely have proved me to some extent wrong, or at least changed my perception to some extent. I wanted more. But that's what we're striving for, right? And we're finding great stuff.
Well, if you guys like this, be sure to hit like, hit subscribe, and please hit that bell. That bell.
Yeah, check them
very
out.
important.
Definitely check out this band Ningen Isu and see, make in the comments and see, how long do you think they'll be around for, and what do you think of them?
Until next time, rock and roll.